Let's talk about John Obi Mikel, the Chelsea and Nigeria legend. So he made a couple of statements over the past few days, and this has sort of Arsenal fans have not taken this lightly, right? If you ask me, well, I will read out the quotes, but don't let me say anything yet. Let me just read out the quotes, and then we can talk about it. So it starts by saying that when I watch Arsenal play right now, they depend solely on corner kicks. They've spent almost $1 billion, Mikel Arteta, and you are telling me that the only way you can win games is through corner kicks. It is ridiculous. The only reason why Arsenal fans are not complaining is because they are top of the league. The creativity that they have, the potentials that they have, it's all gone out through the window. We don't see them anymore. When you hold a play, when you impede a player from jumping, I watched the game against Chelsea. When they played against us, Declan Rice was grabbing, I don't know who, the left back. He was holding him so he couldn't jump. And for me, that is illegal. What is VAR doing? What is the PGMOL doing? So that's what I mean when I say Arsenal are trying to cheat their way to winning the Premier League. So Mikel is basically saying that Arsenal are trying to cheat their way into winning Premier League with all of the weird things that they are doing, holding players, grabbing players, roping people by the neck, set piece, and all of that. Arsenal fans have not taken this lightly, and I would like to start with AY. What are your thoughts?
So the thing is, I will start by saying that I respect Mikel Obi. He's a
That's
Nigerian
what you say.
legend.
That's what you say when you want to disrespect somebody.
With all due respect, followed by disrespect.
He's he's a Nigerian legend, and some will call him a Chelsea legend. I don't
He is
see
a
why.
Chelsea legend. He's not
He's a
some.
Chelsea legend. They won a lot
He's
of
a
So
Chelsea legend.
some will call him a Chelsea legend.
regular starter, by the
Don't,
way.
no, you cannot say that about a Chelsea
You
legend. He
can't
won
tell him. You can't
he
impose
won
your
our
opinion.
first. No, I
You
can.
can't. You can't.
He won our first Champions League. He was there. He was an
Yeah.
integral part of it. So you
Yeah.
cannot tell me
You
what
can't.
he is. You can't.
You
No, no,
can't.
no, 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 no. I will
You
not
can't
accept it.
impose.
He is
You
a
can't
Chelsea
impose your
legend.
opinion. You
He's
can't
he's
impose
a
your
But
opinion on me.
he's a Chelsea legend.
It's
Go
like me
ahead.
saying Shamak is an Arsenal legend because he won the FA Cup or something. So,
Sharmak is not a national legend.
so
Ndama.
I'm saying it. So does that mean so? He's not.
Bentley, what
He's
about
not.
Bentley?
No, it's not only Bentley, it's Mercedes Benz. Go
So
ahead.
some would say he's a Chelsea legend. I would respect him because he's a Nigerian legend. However, there are some things that there are some words that you don't expect from someone you call a legend. And number one, there is difference between a pundit, a football pundit, and someone that is coming from the opposition. I can categorically say that what Mikel said was not coming from a pundit side of things. It was strictly from an opposition. Now let's analyze everything he said. He said we've scored most of our goals have come from set pieces. Less than 40% of our goals
No,
this
he didn't
season.
say most. He didn't say most.
He said we
he
rely
said we
on set
rely.
pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
rely
if
solely.
if we rely on set piece, that means that we can't win matches without set pieces. And like
Well,
I always say, you would always Arsenal this season have given oppositions things to talk. There were matches whereby 4 straight games we did not score one single set piece. And there were times whereby 2 straight matches we scored from set pieces. Where was Mikel Obi when Arsenal 4 matches, 5 matches, we didn't score from one set piece?
You people
Where was
tried, it did
him?
not work. But go on.
I like that. You tried it, it did not work. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, yeah. So and
Against
this is all
Leverkusen, you still tried it.
and this is always my issue with even with football fans generally. Are you saying the aim of playing set piece should not be to score? Chelsea, your Champions League, whatever that Drogba scored was from where?
That
Well,
was
that's
you
one
cannot
match.
compare. You
That was
cannot
one
compare
match.
that. No, you cannot even
So
compare that.
let,
You
let
cannot
me
compare that.
let
I
me
think,
finish. Oh,
to be honest,
let me finish.
yeah.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Oh, because because you people have made it seem as though without set piece, Arsenal cannot win matches.
No,
We
them.
Yes.
depend.
Them.
We, de-
I'm not among of them.
we depend. We depend. we
Why are you
depend.
trying to exonerate yourself?
Because mind you to check the chart of set pieces this season.
I'm with you, my brother. I'm with you.
Look
I
at
want
our
to back
group.
you. Don't worry.
Just
Go on. Go
anyway,
on. I'm with you.
I don't want to
you will
interrupt you.
you will see Manchester United. Manchester United. Their teams are known for certain things. You know, Brentford. What are they known for? Throwing. Is throwing a bad thing, for crying out
No, it's
loud.
not. But
Arsenal, for the past few years, we've tried, we did not win, or we found it difficult to win. We employed a set piece coach. What should be his job? He should ensure that, okay, if we take 10 set pieces or 10 corners, at least we should be able to convert a large percentage of them. It's not my fault that you are not converting your own set pieces.
the problem is not the fact that you are playing set pieces. It is
Yeah.
how you are doing it.
It is how.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
I think the
how.
problem is how.
Problem.
By the
Yeah.
Now,
way, by the way,
now, now, let me now
that
answer
your
that out.
set speech coach. Maybe you should just give him the M self.
Head coach. Make him head coach.
Because
You
at
just
times
be the head
you
coach.
don't even know who is the coach. He's standing.
Let me
Ateta is standing,
let me not answer the how.
and
That
then they
is
score
why
set
we
piece,
have
and both of them hug each other. I mean, get away
that
with
is
both of them.
that is why we have VAR.
VR does not
Now,
check. It's like VR does not check on now.
that is why we have the refs, right? And if you notice, I will give it to the ref that refed. Is it the Liverpool game?
No, it was
Yeah.
Leverkusen
No, not
and
Arsenal's
Arsenal.
game. No, not Arsenal game. There was a game
Because I saw that you
before
guys were
that.
trying that rubbish against Leverkusen,
He
and
went
that
to
ref
warn them.
There was a
won both of them.
Exactly. So I'll give it to the ref that ref. Was it the Liverpool game? Even before the Arsenal game, he made it known to both attackers and defenders and the goalkeeper that if you touch this guy, I will cancel the set piece. That is the rule for Champions League.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
very strict in the
EPL,
Champions League actually.
exactly. In the EP, the same way the Madueke penalty, for me that was not a penalty.
It's not anywhere.
I'm an Arsenal fan. Was I happy that we got a point? Of course. But was that a penalty? I'll say no. Now, EPL is different from Champions League. In the EPL, as long as we have rules, as long as you for instance now, I can't say because I want to play set piece, I should not go and punch someone. Of course, I'm going to get carded.
But you
But
are
your
punching.
keeper punch your
But
keeper
your keeper
punched João
did
Pedro said
punch.
though.
Go and watch.
But
Go and watch. Go
Now like
and
this,
watch.
oh,
The thing is, the thing is, you were talking. You mentioned my club. You mentioned our set piece. You know, you have even there's a way you can make set piece beautiful.
Because you scored
you
one.
see that. You see,
Because you scored one defensive error.
no, it was a
set
no. It
piece.
was a beautifully
you-
worked
yeah,
corner kick.
beautifully worked set
It's not
pieces.
defensive error.
Apart
You
from
see
that,
our
apart from that
players. You see
one,
our players making runs just to swerve
apart from
defenders
that
away.
one, which one
Yeah,
have you
AY,
because
said?
to be honest,
you don't do
to
it
be
all
honest,
game.
United have a lot of beautiful, well-taken set pieces. Using transition, targeting
I want,
Maguire,
I, want, I want
targeting
to ask you a
Delete, targeting some
question,
specific
United
players,
fans.
pass
I
like
want,
this shoot.
I want to ask you a question, United fans.
Yeah.
Your match against Grimsby, if you had a set piece, and if you had players that Arsenal currently have, and you are sure that with that set piece you are going to win that match, would you take it or not?
We will not take
No,
it.
we don't.
By the way, we
Our
did
coach
not
Wow,
win.
does
you
not
would.
like set
By
piece.
the
The
way, we
coach
did
we
not win.
had.
By the way, we did not even win.
By the way, that game has passed.
By
The
the
coach we
way,
had at that time does not like set piece.
and we will not take it. We will not take. No. The problem I have with Arsenal, right? Going back to Mikel Obi's statement, is the influence Arsenal have now had on other teams. United played Everton. Oh, they were even worse than Arsenal with the corner. It was like Royal Rumble. Kudos to Sterling Ahmed that day. It was just like he was overworked.
Yeah.
It's now like a lot of work. And when you compare look at the corner, the set piece that Drogba scored against Bayern Munich, that was like a beautiful. He was not holding anybody, was not touching anybody. He just attacked the ball in the air, and that was it. But you see, Arsenal, you are blocking the keeper cannot even jump. And to be honest, I don't even know who to blame. But I have to blame Arsenal because at times you understand that there is rule, but at times you also understand the spirit of the law. There is a concept known as the spirit of the law, meaning that if there is a law that says you can literally punch somebody to score, doesn't mean you should then go ahead and punch someone to score. If you look at United, for example, we hardly do tactical foul as a team. I've observed it. Man City, they do it a lot. You know, they are beating you. You want to break away. They try to kick one player quickly and stuff like that. United, we hardly do it. It's just like the spirit, it's just the spirit of the game. You just want to be fair. Like there is something known as fair play. There's like an award known as fair play.
Grims will beat you.
Pretty much, exactly. So, I mean, Brand, please go ahead.
Like, of course, I recognize all of the statements you guys have made regarding the Arsenal. Oh, some people are in the some people are blaming Arsenal for the way they have influenced the game and all of that. Of course, if you go back to Obi's statement, there are a lot you can take out of that actually is true, right? Now, when you talk about Arsenal influencing the game and all that, with the way they play, and then he also went on to mention Arsenal now lacking creativity, not because they don't have the personnel to do it, but because of their style of play, now stifling those players from expressing themselves in that kind of way, especially because they have spent so much money now.
I agree with that.
All of those assertions are true. However, I feel like Arsenal is not to be blamed for this set piece thing ultimately. The reason is because the Premier League has to take a stance as to whether or not to continually allow them do these things.
They are already taking next season, like these things are going to change from next season.
But we are still in this season. So let us speak to the present situation now. Now, let me give you guys an example. I strongly believe Arsenal, yes, they cannot be blamed for this. The referees, the Premier League, all of those people are to be blamed for allowing them continue with this. I'll give you an instance. In NFL, basketball in America, right? I think it was in 1944. There was this particular
That's the NBA, right?
Yes, in NBA. Thank you. There's this in 1944 exactly. There was this particular player. His name was George Mikan, very tall guy. Actually, the average age in the 40s and 50s for NBA players was between 6'1", 6'2", you know. But this guy was actually 6'10". So he was miles taller. He was the boss of the tall guys, taller than everybody. So that guy was he was whooping offensively, defensively. So what did they do? Because it became unfair to other teams, because that guy could actually come to your own part of the goal and just whoop the ball there. You cannot even jump up to him. Then if you come to his post, he will just stay under the basket. When you try to this thing, the guy will just remove the thing. So the association in charge of making the rules had to develop something that will make the game look entertaining. And what did they do? They now increased the circle where you actually are supposed to stay, that colored area. I've forgotten what they call it, but they increased it. It was way smaller. They now increased it, and there was a rule that stated that you cannot stay in that place for more than 3 seconds. In addition to that, to avert that situation where you are coming to score and then he will just hit the ball away, they now made a rule that once the ball is in a downward trajectory, a defensive player cannot interfere with the ball. So when you throw the ball to hoop, once it is coming down, you cannot interfere with the ball. Now, all of those things were done in order to make the game more entertaining and at least introduce fair play to other teams, So there is not an undue advantage for one team over the other. So, of course, Arsenal is doing whatever it is they can to win the league. And you cannot actually blame them for that, because for the most part, they have tried for 2 decades. More than 2 decades, they are yet to do it. And right now, they are doing everything within their capacity to get there. And if you
including cheating.
Sorry?
Including cheating.
Call it what you want. If you ask a lot of us if we would want to be in that position,
let's call it black art.
I wouldn't call it cheating. I think it's
if
just
you ask a lot of us,
rules don't change until after a cycle, right?
So
nothing can be done at the moment.
You know why?
Let me
You
let
know.
me
You know
let
why?
me
You know
finish
why
this
it's
my
Let
cheating.
statement.
You know why it's cheating.
Let Brown
There is
finish.
no way you can pin a player down. A goalkeeper, for example, you
You
are
know why?
obstructing
You
the
know why
Okay,
it's
goalkeeper.
not cheating.
let
You
me
know why
just
it's not cheating because we've been scoring set pieces for 3 consecutive seasons. Why haven't they brought out any
You people first of all started
anyway,
with
the
clipping the
answer to
goalkeeper.
that question,
They
the answer to that question is that Arsenal has had the most record from set piece wins, 9 by any team in a single season. And right now, Arsenal has about 67 points. If you remove all those evil set piece that Arsenal plays from
you
corner
say
kicks,
naive set
you
pieces?
of course now, if you take out those
that's probably
winning
about
goals, those
27
9 winning
points.
goals, you are removing 27 points. If you remove 27 points from Arsenal current point, they will be sitting on the 5th, where Chelsea then Arsenal go day. So of course, there is
No,
also that.
you have to put
I mean,
context.
the only thing I can give us now is, I mean, you have to give them kudos, ability to grind out results. You have to give
Yes,
kudos to that.
yes, and
But
you
when you
cannot
now
Of
blame
see,
them
course.
for the
when you now
lapses
see the
of the
likes of,
referees.
when you now see the likes of Bukayo Saka, not even able to dribble again, but just
He's
hitting the
not
ball
doing
at somebody, it goes to corner, and then they are even jubilating. Come and
a
see
Now
lot
the
of
Arsenal
thing now
players
players
is
a
that are
that
lot of players
jubilating
have
in the corner.
lost.
Shola, the thing now is that right now Arsenal is celebrating because of course they are winning, they are sitting on top
And it's
of the
working for
table.
them.
But after this season, if Arsenal does plays this kind of football, I promise you, even the fans will begin to rebel against the coach for playing haram football. However, my take home is this: Arsenal cannot be blamed because they are not doing anything
They did not make the
outside
rules.
the confines of the rules. They are playing the game. It is up to the referees and the rules making body in the Premier League to do something about it.
To be
Otherwise,
honest,
Arsenal,
I don't even know. I feel like the body, the PGMOL, I feel like they are complicit in this now. Because I saw a video where one of the rule makers made a statement like they would like to see another name written on the
Somebody else
Premier
win
League.
every 6 years, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
So
we saw that.
I'm
We
not
saw
even
that.
surprised
I mean,
that
even
I'm not
It's
surprised that
human nature. I mean, there is always
Raya could just literally punch someone and it was a goal.
I think that the issue is that there are no laws specifically around exactly what is going on at the moment. So if a referee makes a decision, except there's an obvious foul, right, an obvious error, but there is really nothing.
I
There's
know
no
from the
basis for
Premier
the
League.
referee to make a decision.
I know from the Premier League of back in the days that if you push someone in a corner, I know they cancel that corner. I know it's
Yes,
automatically
yes,
confirmed.
yes. If there's an infringement
It's been an infringement.
on the defending player,
But
and
what
you
are
have
we
played the
seeing now?
corner, it's gone.
What we are seeing is even worse than infringement. That you are
In fact,
pushing the goalkeeper,
they've
pushing the
issued
goalkeeper back.
penalties from corners before,
yeah.
where as before, in fact, before the corner was played, the referee blew the whistle, played, somebody jacked somebody, and it was a penalty. So, but I mean, we'll see what the law brings next season, because I know that there has to be something against
Ah,
this
Arsenal to
Aram
just
Goalkeepers
stuff
have
suffer
that
to be
Arsenal
United.
is
protected.
doing.
Arsenal to
Goalkeepers
just
have
suffer
to be
And
United with this
protected.
corner. To be
Goalkeepers
honest,
have to be protected. To be
we met
honest,
we
yes,
first game of the season this season corner. They bullied us.
corner,
There was one FA Cup too like that.
corner.
That one, that one, I could not believe my eyes. I was just like screaming like, this is a foul. This is a foul. Nothing was done about it. Nothing.
And just on the final note, there's this last part of what Mikel said that even I personally don't really agree with that part, right? Questioning the legitimacy of Arsenal being winners or champions. So he goes on to say, I wouldn't recognize them as winners because for me, it is illegal the way they are winning games. It's illegal unless the Premier League right now from this weekend stamp that out. We don't want to see that in the game, he added. When so they asked him, would you take this tactical instruction? He says, no, I wouldn't. Ateta has spent $1 billion. He should not be implementing that kind of instructions, or giving those sort of instructions to player. Do you guys agree with the fact that if Arsenal win this league, they will not be legitimate winners?
I mean, you cannot. I mean, nobody has the exclusive right to say Arsenal are illegitimate winners. After all, they played 38 match, assuming they end up winning the league at the end of the season. So any day, anytime, their name will be written there as Premier League winners. So I don't think I don't think that statement actually holds water. Of course, he is entitled to his personal opinion as to who he decides to respect and whatnot. But Arsenal, as long as they end up winning the trophy, believe you me, they are in my eyes legitimate winners. Of course, next season, like I mentioned earlier, if Arsenal continues with this kind of football, trust me, Arsenal fans will personally boot Arteta out of that managerial position. But as for right now, when they end up winning the league, they are legit winners anytime, any day in my eyes.
I agree with you,
So,
Shola.
okay.
I agree with Bran. I mean, you have to give credit to Arsenal, to be honest. No disrespect to Arsenal. And they've done a good job, by the way. And if it's not witchcraft, like, we should allow all of us, I feel like all of us should be rooting for Arsenal at this point, you know? Like, 4 seasons coming, and if they should be second again, it would be so devastating, to be
Disaster.
honest. It would be, like, disastrous. I mean, so, and it's not like they played City, they backed City to the corner. That I saw Pep defending. I was like, this is Pep packing the bus against Arsenal. You know, that was like something to behold. Like Arteta, and last season they beat Real Madrid convincingly. You know, to me that was like the highlight of this.
No
Like
set piece, no nothing.
no, nothing like proper playing and stuff like that. So Bayern Leverkusen, we also saw what they did. They were able to grind results, you know. They were losing, but, you know, these are things that champions do, you know, like ability to grind out results, ability to, you know, be there, like every week in, week out, be there. I mean, how long have they been league leaders now? For, I don't know, more
For
than 2
God knows
years.
how long, for so
Yeah,
long.
it's been for
I've
so
not. I don't remember any other person being
It's
top
the
of the
end
table
of
than
there.
Arsenal.
from August. They
Yeah,
have been
from the first day with
From day one.
alphabetical order. So, I mean, to be honest, we have to give it to Arsenal. I have to give it to Arsenal. Deep down, personally, I want them to win the league. I just don't want them to stroll to win the league. I want them to feel it, like maybe like almost kill them like this, and then okay.
I don't want them to win, but of course, I will respect them if they eventually.
but
Now, wow.
if they win the
I'm
league,
feeling so.
definitely for me, the Premier League we are talking about, one of the most difficult leagues in the, and it's not like they were leading. They led the group in the Champions League as well.
Yeah, yeah.
They
I
are
mean,
going
you
to be
can
playing
expect them
Carabao. They are going
to.
to be playing Carabao Cup final. They are in the quarter-final of FA Cup.
Right.
This is not.
It's no
You know, you have to
fluke.
just give respect where
So
respect.
it's not so clear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, why?
he's blushing. You know why he's blushing?
So to me, I actually don't care whatever any Mikel wants to say. I honestly don't care his opinion, whatever. As long as at the end of the season
They bring out the cup and they write Arsenal.
and they write Arsenal, I don't care. In 10 years from now, nobody will remember what Mikel said about that. What they will see is if you said who won
The league in 2025-2026
Arsenal.
season? Arsenal.
It's when you now want to start doing further investigation and say, okay, how many percentage of their goals is actually from set piece, this.
Yeah,
So
nobody
personally,
will ask that though.
I don't care. But I actually hope we win it because we have a lot of banana skin matches. Then lastly, to add something to what Brown said about Arsenal fans being annoyed from next season if Arteta continues like this, I would say I think the reason he is playing like this is because he just wants to win something. He's trying to, okay, let's just keep what we have. Let's maintain what we have to get
Things
at
are
least.
broken, don't change it.
Exactly. Don't bring in Kinski for Raya. Don't bring in is let's just keep if it's set piece that is working, please
Let it
rise.
be working it.
Rise. Don't block out any noise from outside. Keep crossing it. If it's penalty, just keep doing it. Then after you've won maybe just one trophy or maybe two trophies, this is maybe one cup
And
and
then reinvent.
then you can now start saying, okay, you guys now have the freedom to express yourself because nobody should expect us now normally to maybe defend the league. Of course, it's expected, but if we don't, people will say that okay, they just won it. So the next season you can afford to explore, buy more players, and experiment more. So yes, but if we now win and he keeps doing the set piece, then we will now come for his head.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, whatever the case is, whichever way Arsenal wins the league, they are not illegitimate. They play the same number of games as everybody, scored more goals than everybody, beating a lot of people. So it's a win-win. And on that note, thank you for joining us. Put your comments in the comment section, like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one.